Welcome back. Well, it's time to have a little bit of fun. This week's Power Polls are in. Trey, take it away.
Thanks, Spencer, and welcome, guys, to the most underrated place in shore sports. The wall here at 47 ABC is where it all goes down. Never did I think so much controversy could come from this very wall right here, but we'll stir the pot up a little bit more with my first rankings of the year. Beginning in Delaware, where 2 7-footers automatically get you on this list. If you play good, gets you to number 1. Smyrna is tops to begin this year. Number 2 is the only other Division I school on the list is Cape Henlopen. After the Vikings, the list goes straight to D2 schools, the first being Woodbridge, who I do believe are better than some Division I schools in the state, along with number 4, Milford. I give Laurel the nod at 5 over Indian River with 1 quality win over Lake Forest, whereas IR's best win is over Seaford right now. And in Maryland, Decatur comes in at number 1, and why not? They've won their first 2 games of the season by a combined 91 points. That is not a mistake. 91 points in their first 2 games. Washington rolling in at number 2. Really a toss-up for me, honestly, with them. And number 3, Pocomoke. Snow Hill coming in at 4 with Takai Wise putting up some sick numbers right now so far. And at 5, the Chrisfield Crabbers. Yes. So 1 3A school and all other 1A schools. Looks like the 2A will be wide open this year. Spencer?
Yeah, the 2A is going to be open along with the 1A, which will be very interesting to see as well. And I tell you what, not bad, but I got a few different ones. We're going to start over there in the first state. I had Smyrna at number 3. My preseason polls, the Eagles have been the most impressive team so far, though. They vault to number 1, which means Cape is going to slide to number 2, Woodbridge down to number 3. Milford's going to be at number 4, and I didn't want to have a number 5. I didn't really feel like anyone deserved it at this point. But I got to have somebody, and Laurel, I guess my hand's going to play. You're going to go ahead and make it into number 5. But that number is going to be jumping around with a bunch of different teams, I think, so far this year. Back over here in Maryland, there is Stephen Decatur, and then there is everybody else. And I mean that in the quite literal sense. It is a big drop-off getting to that number 2, and then it's going to be a fight there the rest of the year. I'm going to have Snow Hill right there. 2 impressive wins already, and that has been without Amonte Allen, who's been injured. He's supposed to come back next week, so they're going to be solid once he gets back in there. And a couple interesting moves. Washington had a bye week. They played St. Michael's. I don't want to talk about it. Then they played Bennett. Bennett's better, but they're still not where they need to be, so they're just going to drop down a little bit to number 3. Pocomoke moving on up. I told you Fuchs is going to make this happen. He's going to have 2 guys that can score, 7 guys that you never heard of that play defense, and they're going to beat good teams like Y-High. They're moving on up to number 4. And Kent County, you're killing me. I had you at 2 of my preseason polls. Y'all are on notice right now. Trojans with a bad loss on the road to Y-High. No offense, Trey, to your Indians. But the Trojans are on life support at number 5 right now. I almost thought about taking them out altogether. But be thankful they're in right now. You got to show me something here this next week. All right, it's time for another quick commercial break. But coming up next, it's time to show the ladies some love. Mardella squaring off against Parkside yesterday in some hoops. We'll have those highlights next.
I'm Grace Tunis, and I'm from WPS Basketball, and this is Delmarva Sports Insider.